What's up everybody, MechRex here and I'm back in Vega Conflict, and today is the day of the alien decimation and we all know what the prizes are. Any of us do. We can just check. But that's not what I'm here to do today. I'm here to actually just show off some fighting gameplay and talk a bit. So views are down. Well, not really. The newer content isn't getting views, but what I noticed is all the older content that I've been making is getting an average of 3 to 5 views per day, which is interesting because it just hasn't been touched in a little while and people are just watching it over the new stuff, so I'd like to know, what would you guys like to see?
Waiting on you.
I know Supreme Commander will be coming out later today along with this video, so that's something to look forward to. Something else is, can't remember the name of it now. I'll have to look at it in between videos and... What was it? I legitimately cannot remember the name of it now, for the life of me. Well, regardless, I'm finishing up the daily mission. That's what I'm doing right now, because I don't do PvP, so I miss out on a lot of them. Yeah, tongue twist. But, alien decimation, the prizes are simple, and something that didn't even occur to me, we can put our disintegrator cannons on the Guardian cruiser. Yeah. Before anybody asks how, or if I'm stupid, anyone who's smart would just check like this. We can only put the guns on cruisers. Well, they also enabled them on Axis, so we can put them on the Axis cruiser. Would it be worth it? Yes. I haven't even gotten to build or play with them, because I completely skipped out. The last event, I literally only played for resources, and I logged off. I just didn't play, because I just couldn't wrap my head around why we would have a ship that went fully fitted and fully upgraded, has over 12 hours of repair time. That's 3 days if we put 6 of them in a fleet. 3 days of repair time. For non-coiners, that's a big fat plain no-go. But the ship itself is good, like I said before. It has exceptional armor, the shields. I mean, you don't even have to use these shields, but most people be using them for the alien resistance, so yeah, there's that. Oh yeah, and there's this garbage. Oh, the one thing I really want to say. The Xeno Shatter Driver level 1, if you don't have it, get it. You don't need the level 2, because the level 1 is only 100 damage less, but I mean, they do massive damage to begin with, because they're single-shot weapons, not burst shot. Their damage is an AoE, and level 1 or level 2, whichever one you can get, just work on getting either one, but both are good. Really, really good.
Reporting.
And that all aside, there's also the Planet Strike going on for you low levels. Same thing as always. Prioritize getting your Ragnarok, your Lance Destroyer, your Komodo Cutter, and your Zeal Battleship. The Cutter I would cut out now because I mean everything is set up towards gearing your ship so they take less damage, so strategy isn't really something you need in the game apparently anymore when you're dealing with the AI. So player versus player, there's a few exceptions where I'd say they should be bought. But now on to the other things. Impulse Beam Turret level 3, that is an acceptable weapon for the player to earn, but I actually think the Tachyon Beam Turret, which you can earn, is better. Let me see here. Let's see. I want energy, and I only want base. Yeah, Tachyon Beam Turret level 3. Oh, never mind. It's same range, just less damage. Okay, so you'd want to get the Impulse Beam level 3. So, the Impulse Beam. The Arc Missile, I don't even use it. I don't know what it's good for. It's got stupidly high weight, and I've really seen no point in using the weapon, because we have the Manifold Missile, and anyone who doesn't get it can get it during a sector strike. Next up would be the metaphase. You'd want level 3 and you want fusion thrusters 3. The level 1 and level 2 of both of these are easy to farm in the low tier stuff with tier 1 ships. Then you have your meager resources. These are just a slap to the face and a disgrace. Come on, Kixeye, put the level 3 resources in there for them at the normal rate. They could use the resources just as much of all of us higher level players could. And then your strong box is the only one I ever buy is the elite strong box because it's worth more than the other two combined. Just because it has one guaranteed tier 4 and two tier 3 or tier 4. It has 2 random ones for a total of 3 cores for only 100,000. To get 3 cores out of these ones, it's a guarantee. It's a strong box with guaranteed tier 3 or tier 4, but you don't know what it is. But with this one, you get a guaranteed tier 4. Same with this one. It's just the one that you would want to buy and unlock. But that aside, it's just what you'd want to do. Back to Alien Decimation, and for lower level players, yes, I am building up my ships one at a time. The next ship for this fleet will be done later, and like I said, they're all being fit with whatever you can fit on them for hex missiles, the blast damage. They're specifically for dealing with the Reaper fleets. I'm slowly building them up. It'll take time, but they are being built.
Roger.
And when's the next time that we can farm stuff for them? Come on, where's the rebels at? Battalion, scout. Wow, that's sad. But all that aside, and little PvP fleet, I finally figured it out. One energy weapon and one, both level 3, level 1. Everything on it's level 1, but it's instant repair for the vast majority of the fleet, with the total fleet only being 8 minutes 30 seconds repair time, but it's a fun fleet to play with for low levels. It's not meant to pick on high level targets or anything like that. It's for PvP in the lower category where people just don't want to fight. Because I'm sorry, I don't want to take 2 days worth of repair time for absolutely no reason. I mean, come on, guys. Give us some incentive to fight each other. Because right now, the only people we're fighting is you, at Kixeye. And to be honest, it's just no fun. We all know the game is dying, it's obvious. The vast majority of sectors are slowly dying out and people are going to other games, and I don't blame them. I've been playing Warframe a lot more lately. I've spent, for every 1 minute I spend in Vega, I now spend an average about 15 minutes in Warframe or any other free-to-play game over it. And the only thing I do in Vega now is I just log in, collect some stuff, log out, I'm gone. That's it. The game is literally that boring.
Waiting on you. Fire at will.
Yes, I just got them backwards for the setup, but oh well. But there's literally not much I want to do in Vega other than just play the game at the tier I'm at now, because I looked at the build times. Yeah, they're not getting any shorter. I look at the, the time tokens. We still don't know when they're coming out. We have absolutely nothing else right now, and we don't know when the rework for the tier 1 through 5 ships are coming out to reduce their build times, which they should be. The game is buggy and broken, and if they want to make money, they should fix the game. They shouldn't keep pushing content out the way they are. And there's one other thing, the harmonic agility support field. The harmonic agility, it's only for cutters, and I don't think the cutter was the next ship that was being released. It was the destroyer or the battleship, wasn't it? Honestly, can't remember, but I'll have to buy it during this decimation and fit it to my carrier and see. Because other than that, I don't think there is any use for it. It's just like the normal one, but adds the harmonic balance. $5 says that. Actually, can't we check the fitting time?
Repair completed.
No. Can't. I don't even think I can check on the forum. Well, I'll have to wait and see, and I'll see what it is, but I'm going to start buying everything. I'm literally going to put hours into the game this time around. I'm going to unlock everything. Everything I don't have, I'm going to unlock, and I'm going to break the game. Oh yeah, and something else that I noticed, they said the frigates were in a useful part of the game. Only to them. Only to Kixeye would they be useless. What is the benefit of a frigate? Does anybody know? Anybody at all? They avoid damage. Against Vega fleets, they're effective. Against alien, you can't do anything. That Ancient Reaper where it fires its plasma cannon at stupidly long distances and does stupidly high damage, it auto-locks and it aims in, so no matter where your ships go or dodge, they get hit, no matter what. At close range, though, what I noticed, when the projectiles first launch from the Ancient Reaper, you can run your ship into them, destroy every single one, and it does only about half the damage or a third of the damage that it would if it actually shot the ship. And you could barrage multiple ships. You could have 3 ships flying and take out the entire thing. That's spread over 3 ships, so each one takes less repair time. But it's a matter of getting close to them, and they expect us to use cutters, but there have been people who have taken months to build the cutter fleets up and max them out that aren't coiners. I mean, that is just... I don't want to spend months building up a single fleet, which will be obsolete in the time it takes to build it up. That's just not something I'm looking forward to doing. No one should look forward to that. That is just wrong in every possible way. And frigates, the good thing about them, they're good with thrusters. You can strap your thrusters on there. You can only have one. Redo thrusters, Kixeye. Make it so instead of having 1 thruster, we can have 2 or 3 thrusters on the ships. That'll make everyone want to play with them for frigates. Make it so it's a frigate-only thing. Bring frigates back into the game. They were great at strafe because they have such a high base strafe speed. And I mean, the suppressor specialist ship I have doesn't even strafe. It's basically a copy of a cruiser, isn't it? Yeah, look at that. Exact stats of a cruiser. Exact same setup as a cruiser. It has the exact same movement. Frigates rule at strafing. It's what they do. Bring them back and let's see what people can do with them. And change it so that instead of the auto-lock garbage with the Ancient Reapers, it should be able to miss just like any other ship unless it's using an energy-based weapon, a beam weapon specifically, that always hits the target. Because I don't see any way that people would want to keep playing the way that your game is going. Not only have you failed to realize that, your player base has dwindled to such a small amount that there's hardly anyone around anymore. I mean, look at how desolate this is. Oh, look, we got player. A few months ago, or a few years, actually a year ago when I started playing, I could log in, I could check out here. There would be people everywhere. That was less than a year ago. It's desolate in the sector, and I can't say the planets are any better, because look at this. Look at how empty that is. I don't know why they would destroy a game that clearly had such good potential to begin with, and people in the beta loved it, but when it came out of beta, here comes all the slaps to the face. And then we have the situation that deals with all the bugs of the game that aren't being fixed. They're being pushed off until after new content can be brought in, which, by the way, always brings new bugs that people find out. Here's what you guys need to do. Fix the bugs or leave the bugs, and people are going to begin exploiting your bugs. And I'm not going to list off any of them here because I know of a few that people could really use and not spend a single coin that benefit them in every possible way. And I'm not going to be a dirtbag and do that. But I have a loss of words now of what to say next. The game is lackluster. That's the big one. It's lackluster. There's not much to do, because I mean, I've researched everything in my tech lab. What's it for now? What do I do with it? It just sits there empty. I could delete it. Right? I can delete it. I should be able to delete it. Yeah, you should. You can delete your modules. That's something you can do. So basically, after you upgrade, you just delete it. Because I don't see any use for it. They haven't had any new tech for it in I don't even know how long. My commerce module is finally almost level 2. It's got 3% left. I will be able to upgrade it later today to level 2. It only took 137 days or 150 or some outrageous amount of days like that from just farming from it. But I calculated out what it'll take to get from level 3 to 4, which is the $25 amount, the 5 cents. Yeah, you're looking at over a year of gathering from just it, and I'm sorry, no one in their right mind should coin in this game. There's actually better games you could buy for $100 than this. I would legitimately tell anyone to buy StarCraft, the entire franchise, for their money over playing Vega any day of the week. I'm ripping into them. But the repair time is the most absurd, and the fact that they bring out a shield that resists all 4 types of damage but has such a stupidly high repair time. We're always complaining about repair time being too high in build time. Well, they jacked it up even further with the Axis division. And their tech is only for them, but the Xeno division tech that we farmed and worked so hard for is for Axis right off the bat. Well, not right off the bat, it wasn't there at all to begin with. And the fact that it took me going in and looking at it, I didn't even know we could put the disintegrator cannon on the Axis ship until I literally opened up in-game in front of all of you. What else? Well, we could put everything on the Axis ships. And something else that I noticed, where are the normal versions of these weapons? Because I don't even have the normal shatter driver. And I would love to unlock that. I don't even have the normal Xeno cluster missile. I don't have the normal disintegrator cannon level 3. I only have level 1. I would like to see all the content being added in. And Kixeye, you run stuff so often. Just set up permanent events and stuff you just add new stuff to. Just make it so that stuff is active all the time.
Sector.
But so it's not an over-clustered blob like this. 'Cause I mean, balance it with the players. The more players you have in a sector, the higher the spawn rate should be. The lower, the less. 'Cause I mean, look at this. We got someone over here. They're beating up a demon core. One person. We're in the middle of a supply run. Yeah, towards the end. There's only one person out. Farming. I don't even want to go out and farm. And it's for what? Cutters? Artillery? Okay, it's for our destroyers. Yeah, I don't even want to go out and join the farm. There's not even incentive to do that. And yes, this is one heck of a rant that I'm doing, but everyone knows the game is failing. The only ones that don't seem to realize it is the ones that keep pushing out content for it. If you want to push out the content, set it up so that monthly events and stuff, they don't end. They just keep going from month to month, but you introduce new stuff for them each month instead, so that we don't have to try and push ourselves to get stuff in 4 days. Because unlike me, people actually do a lot of other stuff. They go to work. They go out with friends. Well, I even do that, so I can't even say that I don't do that. We have lives, and we can't spend... Well, let's say, oh look, we want to go from... We got a tier 3 fleet that can jump up to tier 6. Okay, good job. You're going to have to farm with that fleet and suck up the hours of repair time to unlock this stuff. And you don't want to transition to the tier 5 stuff because it's just as horrible as build time. Dominion Carrier, I don't even know the build time because I didn't even build it. I literally skipped over it. When I got to tier 6, I literally have every tier 6 ship unlocked. Every single one. I even have the tier 6.5 carrier. I'm missing the only ones to cruise so far. I've gotten all of this. All of these ships started off. The Punisher started off. And the Annihilator Battleship. They both started off because I farmed with little tier 3 rebel fleets. These little guys right here that are obsolete, that have way too much repair time for the amount of damage that they do and take now. They all get one-shotted by alien stuff, and This is another thing. This is my biggest problem that I have right now. I'm just going to say it now. During any event, they say that they don't want lower level players partaking in it and jumping up because the tech jump would be... What was it? They would have a problem... Oh, it was because it would be too much for them and they wouldn't know how to use the new tech. They wouldn't know how to use the new tech even though it's the same ships that we've been using the entire time. Same fire arc, same everything. We know how to play with range. We know how to do all of that, Kixeye. But gearing is where the problem is. Is the game a strategy game anymore? Under the alien banner? No. No, it is not. Under player versus player? Yes. Under player versus low AI? Yes. Under the alien banner? No. In no circumstances is it strategy based. Unless you're attacking a base, but even then, if they start spawning ships in the bases, it goes from strategy to you have to take the hit, you have to take the damage. There's nothing you can do about it. They move faster than you, they hit harder than you. It's just what they do until you're a late end player, but that will never happen for a free to play player. And for all of the damage that is done to the game, is it reversible? That's questionable. Would we want it to be fixed? With all the bad experiences everyone's had, would you come back to play Vega Conflict if they fixed the game and stopped catering the whales? If they stopped catering the big people? If they stopped catering the coiners that can spend however much they want a month? And if I was the head of Kixeye, I would want the game to have hundreds of thousands of people that spend $5 over a few hundred people who only spend $100 every month. Because in turn you get $60 from a single person a year if they spend $5 a month. But they don't even do that. The player base has dwindled so little that my base is only being hit. Let's see. 1 day ago. Before it was being hit weekly. Look at this. 4 weeks ago. Before yesterday, I was hitting hit for 4 weeks. And yeah, if I go down here, we've got 4 weeks. We got 2 people in 1 week. We got a couple people. We got another one. Look at this. We've got... I was attacked more often by the AI during an event than a player. When I started off, look at this. Look how many times I was attacked by players when I started off. This right here is incredible. I was attacked by so many people, and I defeated the AI so often. Well, it defeated me, but we all know 1 star, it always says you lose even though you won. But I mean, look at this. All within weeks, I was being attacked by the AI often. I mean, it's just dwindled off, and my base is basically open for anyone to hit. Because, I mean, look at this. And before, I used to have this in the shape of a heart. I went like this. And it's a heart. Because Vega Conflict was a strategy game, and I love strategy games. Well, yeah. Not anymore. Vega Conflict isn't a strategy game. It's a coiners game. So, for you coiners that watch this, you guys can have fun, because when all of us are gone, you're only going to have each other to hit, and this could get awfully boring, because you're just going to fix the fleet, go back out, break it, fix the fleet, go back out, break it, fix the fleet, go back out, break it, fix the fleet, go back out, and break it, rinse and repeat. Forever. You don't get the satisfaction of beating up free-to-play players, because we won't be here anymore. You won't have the satisfaction of, oh, look, I got to smash this guy's base using an overpowered fleet. He's gone. The base, he deleted it, and then he left. He's not there anymore. Low-level players, they play for so long, they see how difficult the game is, then they just leave. Their low-level base is a reminder that they didn't play for very long. They came in, they played for a little while, and then they were just gone. And I mean, there's so much empty space here around my base. I used to have... Within videos, even when I was doing videos, there were bunches of people. I mean, look how desolate this is. It's just sad. I mean, look at this. We got a level 1. I'm sorry, dude, but I hope that you don't waste your time in the game forever. If you do, focus on getting all your tier 3 stuff out, your researchable tech. Don't play with anything but that. It has higher repair time, but it's at least fun to play. Because it was before it went into the gearing part of the game. Even the Demon Core, even they weren't fit for gears. You weren't supposed to gear them, you were supposed to use your brain. Well, what happens when the game no longer wants you to use your brain? It wants coiners to play. And I'm going to close the video off here before I go anymore, because I could go on and on and on about it. But I need to stop before I lose my voice, because I do have more videos to record this week, so... I hope y'all enjoyed anything from this, whether it be the fighting towards the beginning, or just the rant throughout the entire thing. I hope you just enjoyed it. Maybe it helped you get a laugh or relieve some stress. Maybe my failure to talk correct at times made you laugh. If it did, feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Share the video, because I actually would like to see the game change for the better and not for the worse. The way it's going, it's just going downhill faster and faster. But I'm going to leave it here, everybody. I hope that you've had a pleasant day and this hopefully made you laugh or just brightened up your day in some way, and it's not some negative view for you to just jump on board. I just grew tired of seeing everything, but that's going to be it. There will be another video later today or tomorrow morning. There will be 2 videos tomorrow possibly. It just depends on when the videos go up. But that's going to be it for today. For now, actually.